Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly episode of the Seattle Baseline Podcast. My name is Julian Smith, and I'm running it solo today. The Mariners defeat the Tigers in the first two games of the series. One more to go. The first one was against Seattle's own Tarik Skubal, and the next one against Casey Mize. Both of them being insane pitchers. We crush them to the ground with our offense, and looks good to go for the Logan Gilbert game tonight. It's going to be awesome. But right after that is the All-Star game. And the the Mariners hosted the All-Star game 2 years ago. It was awesome. So I'm sure this one's going to be great too, because we're going to have Cal Raleigh and Bryan Woo playing in the game, along with Andres Munoz. And Julio Rodriguez was going to play in the game, but he's been scratched, and Randy Arozarena is now in. Kind of same thing with the whole Gilbert and Andres Munoz situation last year, where Logan Gilbert canceled the All-Star game, and then Andres Munoz got in. Julio cancels the All-Star game this year, and then Randy Arozarena gets in. But as for the actual analysis of that game and the roster of the All-Star game, stuff like that, will be Alex will get back with me and we'll talk about it at the series analysis at the end of this Tiger series. But today, I wanted to talk about the Mariners side of things. How are the Mariners looking? Obviously, we've got four All-Stars that are playing in the as an All-Star, and then one that's been scratched. So another All-Star. We've got five. And that's Bryan Woo, Andres Munoz, Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, and Randy Arozarena. The first one I want to talk about is Julio. Julio's been scratched from the game. And why is that? Can is he not good, or is he recuperating? There's a lot of different thoughts that go in my mind, but the first one I want to address is that I think Julio being scratched from this All-Star game is actually good. Julio Julio Rodriguez, despite his offensive struggles, does live up to being an all-star defensively. He's been insane. Until he was selected for the All-Star game, he actually didn't make any errors as a defender. He makes the All-Star game and then all of a sudden makes two errors. It just doesn't make sense with Julio, but it's fine. It happens. They're gonna have bad games at some point, but Julio's OPS does not reach 700 offensively, and that OPS is on base plus slugging. So that's usually the on base sits somewhere around 330 to 350 is what you want, and then you've got slugging is around 400, 500 if you're elite. For example, Dom Canzone, who basically his only hits are home runs, he has a 500 OPS. That's or no, not OPS. Sorry, 500 slugging. That's that's just the way it goes. If you hit more bases, you'll slug. Your slugging will be higher. And Julio does not hit very many bases per at bats. He hits around 690. I think it went up to 700 tonight, but just around 700 is not good enough. You've got to be around 800 if you're at the all-star level. And offensively, it seems like Julio hasn't lived up to that. And he's been on a little bit of a decline since his 2022 year, where he was all star caliber. He's gone all star to, yep, he's an all star. Not really, to this year. Offensively, he's just not there. And I think what I see from Julio is his approach is getting a little bit quieter, but he's not pulling the ball. He's not attacking the ball left and right. And that's something that I'm used to seeing Julio doing more, looking for a pitch and absolutely destroying it. That's something actually that I've seen from this Tigers series, where Julio has hit home runs attacking a pitch. He hit a home run against Tarik Skubal, that changeup. That was him attacking the pitch. He knew this is the pitch that Skubal wants to throw at me. And if I can get to that pitch earlier than him, I will destroy it. And that was Julio's whole approach. That's how he wins the game. That's how he'll win the at bat. And I think with a little bit of that time off and Edgar Martinez, Bobby Magianis, and Kevin Seitzer all talking to Julio about this is what we expect from you. This is how we're going to accomplish what we think you're capable of. That's look at watch the pitch and maybe not even swing at every strike pitch. Swing at the strike pitch that you want. Make it your game. That's something that I think Julio needs to work on, especially when he swings at that low and away slider. That's not his pitch. He thinks it's his pitch because the fastball at that exact tunnel is his pitch. If the fastball comes a little bit on the low and away side, he's smashing it to outfield, but to home run. But he's that slider outside of the zone. That's not his pitch. That's my take on Julio. So that's why I think Julio is actually doing him a service by not competing in the All-Star game. And hopefully next year he'll be in there in the mix. I am super pumped to hopefully see that happen. But one guy in particular, the Mariners need, if you're talking about the Mariners, you need to talk about this guy going into the All-Star game, and that's Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh has been MVP caliber. The only guy ahead of him is Aaron Judge, who's playing like prime Barry Bonds right now. His batting average is almost 400 with a on base of almost 500, hitting 35 home runs. That's by the All-Star game too. That's insane. That's it, it's I didn't think it was sustainable when I first saw it in April and May. It's still going. So that's just how it goes. Aaron Judge is a beast. But Cal Raleigh is hitting 38 home runs right now. One more and he ties the home run record before the All-Star game. He's playing insane. I've never seen Cal play this good. And the biggest thing that I've seen from Cal, the big difference, one, strikeouts are down, and that strikeouts down leads to a higher batting average for Cal Raleigh because his strikeout came from that swing and a miss, kind of a Julio style swing and a miss at a changeup. That's kind of what Cal was facing. And now he's gotten a little bit better at looking at that pitch and laying off of it. Another thing is that it seems like ever since he got that torpedo bat, he's been nuts. He's been smashing everything outside of the ballpark. And that little bit different sweet spot, it's been benefiting Cal so much. It's led him to the All-Star game and probably even more. But one thing I want to touch on is that Cal Raleigh, since starting to practice for the home run derby, has not been good from the left side. Usually that's Cal Raleigh's strong suit. Cal Raleigh usually plays relatively better from the left side. There's been years where the right side was so bad that he was almost a platoon bat that they had to put in the lineup just because he was an incredible defensive catcher. His left side, he seems to be trying to hit trying to be hitting the home run, but it's not reaching out of the ballpark. I don't think he's getting enough contact on it. He's maybe the home run derby practice, that whole routine where he has to swing, just relentlessly swinging at as many pitches with full power for a certain number of minutes. That practice probably has that wear and tear effect. And even if it doesn't, it's going to change the swing path a little bit because you're not trying to hit line drives like line drives are the best when you're hitting in an actual game, but for the home run derby, you want to hit home runs. You don't want to bang it off the wall. You want to hit it up out of the ballpark. So I think that's a little bit of a change in Cal Raleigh's swing. It's been producing a lot of pop-ups and a lot of strikeouts. That's what I've seen lately. And all the home runs that he's hit have been from the right. The home runs that he hit in the the one home run from the left was against New York. That's the first game against New York. That's the only one where he hit a home run from the left in the last week and a half or so. And the rest of them have been from the right. So I think that he's probably taking a lot more home run derby practice from the left. It's probably tearing up his swing, if I'm being totally honest. And it it really it's not good for Cal Raleigh and the Mariners. I really hope he wins the home run derby, and I really hope he does well in the actual All-Star game. But in terms of Cal Raleigh and his contribution to the Mariners team, trying to get into the playoffs and maybe even sneak into the World Series, maybe even win it, it's not been the best for Cal Raleigh's contribution to the team. That's where I stand on this. And Bryan Woo, just silent killer. This guy consistently over 6 innings. I'm impressed. I've never seen someone that's that not just successful, but consistently good. And even if he gives up home runs, or even if he gives up runs in general, he'll still go 6 innings because he's so quick and he's he gets out with very few pitches. He's effective. He's gets that swing and miss, gets that ground ball. It's been really good for Bryan Woo. It's the the stuff that he's added, the repertoire. He used to be a only fastball type of guy, fastball, sinker, changeup, and a little bit slider. But this year he's been a lot heavier with the slider and the sweeper, and I think that's what's paying him a lot of dividends. His repertoire increase, especially the pitches that break the other way. The fastball, sinker, and changeup all break to the right, and then the slider and the sweeper break to the left. And so you're going to see a little bit of that. Okay, this is going to be the fastball. Oh no, it's the slider. You can't help it. You're going to swing and miss. That's what Bryan Woo does. And I'm super happy for him. I hope he does well. Andres Munoz, as always, a little bit shaky at times. I think there's the slider. There's days where maybe it's not the most effective pitch, but overall, that slider that moves really far down, especially paired with the kick change that Andres Munoz debuted this year, it's been phenomenal. And that fastball, you can throw it up in the zone for a strike. You can throw it down in the zone, and then the next pitch, tunnel the slider and strike three, swing and strike. Andres Munoz is really good. He doesn't have very many pitches. He only has three, in fact, but all three of those pitches are elite, and that he'll do that to you. That's all I can say about that. And our newest addition to the All-Star game, Randy Arozarena. Awesome, awesome. Randy Arozarena has been heating up recently. He's been finding that power. Even if he doesn't have the power, he'll always get on base because he walks a lot. He has that plate discipline. He likes to lay off on pitches. Sometimes auto takes on pitches that are strikes. That's a little bit questionable, but overall, Randy Arozarena's approach has been really good. He's been really calm. And now that he's starting to find his power a little bit more, he's dumping home runs along with Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez and Dom Canzone. Hopefully Dom Canzone makes an all-star game at some point, but right now he isn't, and that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Randy Arozarena a little more. I love this guy. I love the pose. I love the pose. Super awesome. And I think that's it for our show. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and our beautiful faces on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And as always, go Mariners.